أمتي يريد الفلاح ورب السماء فيا أمتي أنصتوا واسمعوا فجل الأمور بدت في خفاء قنابلهم كالسموم تدار فما من صدوق وما من إخاء
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's another episode of Inside Islam. I'm Rashid Chiwanuka. Today is 3rd January and 3rd Rajab, on the Islamic month of the Islamic month, mashallah, 14,046. We might be having 2 months to Ramadan, because it might be there on 1st or 29th February. We are waiting for declaration from the Director Sharia, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, but I'm sure within 29th or 1st March we'll be in Ramadan. So get ready and be prepared. And remember, Rajab is amongst the 4 sacred months. So we have a lot to do in Rajab before Ramadan. Today is another year, 2025, 3rd January, new resolutions, everything new, so you have to make your resolutions for the year and at least try to work upon them. Today we are discussing the youth. We are talking about the achievements of the youth and looking at the future prospects of the Muslim youth. With me, I have my brother, the Honorable Habib Mustafa, the National Chairman, UMSC Youth Councils, and he's going to take us through this noble topic, mashallah.
Yes.
Say salam to our viewers, brother.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh to all viewers of UBC television and to all Muslims around the country. I am your brother Habib Mustafa,
mashallah,
the National Chairman of the Muslim Youth. I'm here. I'm glad to be here today. It has been long.
Yeah, of course.
It has been long when I'm not visiting this place. But alhamdulillah, today is here as we are discussing the Muslim youth of Uganda.
And what is so special is that we are both Bombonians.
Yes, we are all Bombonians. Today is the first ride of the year as we're clocking into 2024. As well, today is 3rd Rajab in the Islamic calendar as one of the most months which the Prophet encouraged us to do a lot of good deeds. Yeah.
How is Honorable Habib Mustafa so far?
Alhamdulillah, we are doing well.
The National Chairman.
But before we go there,
I'll come to UMSC, but I first want to look at how is my brother Mustafa.
Who told you that I'm going to
Of course, I read your mind.
Actually, I
just talk about UMSC.
No, I wanted to send greetings to the people of Bombo first before I start the program. I send greetings to my dear wife and my dear parents and my great Muzei, Honorable Kalume Abubeka, the MP Katikamu South aspirant. I couldn't be here if it is not him, so it will be bad to start this program without mentioning this.
I thought you were here because of the youth of Uganda.
Yes, of course, I'm here because of the youth of Uganda, but of course I have my parents who raised me to reach this place. So it will be a disservice to me to reach here to, on the national television to leave this stage when I did not talk about them.
All right. Honorable Habib, a lot has been happening at UMSC. Recently, we celebrated the 50 years of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. And way back, we looked at the tree planting exercise, the coffee planting exercise.
The self-sustainable project.
So take us through the current state of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, because I know you sit on the apex body, the executive.
Yes, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council is a government of itself. Before I talk about Supreme Council, I want to bring greetings from His Eminence the Mufti of Uganda, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, and the national chairman, Professor Dr. Lubega Muhammad, and the Secretary General of the institution, Alhaji Abbas Morubia Sechanzi. You know, Supreme Council is a government. It has His Eminence the Mufti, Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, as the CEO of that organization. Yes, is the top leader. And we have the national chairman, Professor Dr. Lubega Muhammad, is the speaker of the General Assembly, as well the chairman of the National Executive Committee of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, and as well the Secretary General as the accounting officer of the institution. So,
and of course you're forgetting your fellow chairperson, Hajat Sophia.
Yes, we have other structures like the Youth Council, which is headed by me, and as well the Women Council, which is headed by Hajat Sophia Safina Kenyanji. We have the Shura Council, which is headed by the Sheikh Obedi Kamlegea, and other structures down to the mosque. Uganda Muslim Council and its status, it's very okay. We are moving on with our administration. A lot have been happening. We have just held the first ever 50 years of Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. We have hosted the first ever corporate dinner at Hotel Munyonyo.
Mufti opened one of the Apex buildings. Yes,
we opened our new administration block at the Hill. We had the official launch of the 2 million tree planting. We hosted 40 muftis from Africa who came at Old Kampala. We hosted Dr. Sheikh Zakir Naik, a global peace preacher, and as well the director of the Peace Islamic Foundation. So we had a lot of events as Uganda Muslim Council. Though as we are moving, we cannot we cannot avoid problems. A lot of people outside there.
Not problem, but challenges.
Yeah, we cannot avoid challenges. A lot of people outside there are calling themselves what they are not. We have people who are calling themselves moved. We have other moves there, but the Uganda Muslim Supreme Council is well. It's very solid and moving on well. We have our strategic plan, which is running for 10 years. The president came and launched it. So we are moving steadily. This is a steady progress. But as His Eminence always say, that our slogan is unity and development. For us, we are looking at unity. Whoever wants to come. For us, we move together, and as well, development, want to look at the empowerment of the Muslims. So that is briefly the status of Uganda Muslims.
Honorable Mustafa, is there anything to take home from the recently concluded celebration of 50 years?
A lot. We have got a lot, but we have achieved a lot. First of all, we formed what we call the East African Union of Muslim Councils from the 50 years celebrations. We had 40 muftis from around the Africa. We had moved from all the East African countries. So we sat and agreed to form the East African Muslim Councils. So where the offices are hosted at all the Kampala. We even had the African Council, the African Council of Muslim.
And I understand Ms. Mufti, the interim chair.
Yes. So we had two councils. The one for Africa, which is headed by His Eminence Mufti Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, and as well the East African Council, which is also headed by Sheikh Shaban Ramadan Mubaje, and the interim Secretary General, Professor Dr. Lubega Muhammad Chisambira. So that is one of the big achievements we have achieved in that celebration. Two, we also launched the 10-year strategic plan. It is the first of its kind. 50 years as we are celebrating Uganda Muslim Student Council, we have never had such a strategic plan. So we have a council which is moving with plan. We have a strategic plan in place which was launched. Secondly, the president also launched the 2 million tree planting. We are going to plant 2 million trees in our 78 Muslim districts. We have land, we have what. So lastly, we also gave out 2 cars
Mashallah.
We gave out 2 vehicles
So the young,
to the
young man.
to the winners of the national Quran competition,
Wow.
the first of its kind. This is the first of its kind. There is no any organization which have ever organized such a beautiful Quran competition. So it was under the auspices of Uganda Muslim Council.
And what made me so happy that the young boy and the young girl taking these cars.
Yes.
Generation.
We gave them we gave them the car. These are young children who are serving as now a motivation to their young ones, so they can also learn how to read Quran. And most importantly, we hosted the Secretary General of the World Muslim League.
Mashallah.
It's on record. He's on the level of the Secretary General of the United Nations. So we hosted him. He has been here. So the event was so colorful. I can't mention all of them.
Honorable, where do you see Uganda Muslim Supreme Council in 5 years to come?
Actually, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council, the speed we are moving on, in 10 years to come or in 5 years to come, Uganda Muslim Supreme Council will be one of the biggest organizations in the country.
Okay.
Because we have all structures in place. We have all what's needed to take off.
Okay.
This is a new chapter. That's why our slogan was Tuli kuchipya. Tuli kuchipya moves. We are forgetting everything which happened. Now we are starting a new chapter, a chapter of new structures. We have the youth in place now. We have the women in place. We have the national chairman who is in the level of professor. We have His Eminence who is a doctor. We have our Secretary General who is also a doctor. So Supreme Council is moving very, very well. Wow. So in 10 years to come, Supreme Council will be one of the biggest organizations actually in Central and Southern Africa.
Thank you so much, Honorable Habib, for this brief highlight on the UMSC, the current state of UMSC. I have Brother Honorable Habib Mustafa to take us through the achievements and the future of the Muslim youth in Uganda, probably. Now, we are going direct to our topic now.
Yes.
Because the other one was by the way, but at least, alhamdulillah, a lot has been taken. Now, let's look at the, you've been in office, elected, I think, in office.
Yes.
2 years now.
Yes.
After elections, actually. Is there anything to celebrate?
A lot.
In your tenure?
A lot.
Okay.
Actually,
mention?
I would say that what we have achieved so far, in the 2 years, I'm good to retire.
Really? Can you retire?
I'm good to retire.
But you can't.
I can't. Why not? Because now
Africans don't retire.
all what we have dreamed at as the council in our 5 years term, we have already achieved 80%.
Okay, like what?
So now if I say that I'm good to retire, it means we have achieved.
So you want to do the extra in 3 years?
Actually, the remaining 3 years we shall be just polishing what we have done.
Okay. Because
we have laid the foundation of the UMSC Youth Council.
Okay.
This is a council which is just celebrating 2 years in existence, but it has structures from 15,000 mosques of Uganda. It has structures from 564 counties. It has structures from 78 Muslim districts, 10 Muslim regions to the national level.
Okay.
Only that we need to celebrate. It's very hard to find an organization which is 2 years with such a structure.
Okay.
Secondly, all what we dreamed about, we dreamed to have this and this, we have 80%. For example, we dreamed on having a national Muslim youth circle.
Okay. Is it in place?
It's already in place. It's operating. So that's why I told you that the 3 years will be to polish what we have done.
So
Secondly, we have an office we have a national chairman.
Okay.
That is also a celebration. Because an organization without a leader is not a leader.
True, true.
So we have an office which is in place and running the affairs of the youth of Uganda. 2, the youth are the one fronting the 2 million tree planting. Because the Tuli Kuchipya slogan comes with a vibrant youth structure.
True.
And the youth are fronting the 2 million tree planting. We are saying, as Uganda Muslim Student Council is celebrating 50 years, let the youth front the planting of 2 million trees. As we are celebrating 100 years of Uganda Muslim Student Council, the youth will be the direct beneficiaries of these trees.
Okay. Okay.
So now we are not looking at 5 years. For us, we are laying foundations for another 50 years to come. So that's why I told you, for us, we're already celebrating. Secondly, the celebration of...
Before you celebrate, I want to have more digest on that too. The circle and the structures. One, you're talking about the circles. Can you take us through the components of the circle? And how this youth benefit from this circle?
Now, we have the Muslim Youth Circle, the National Muslim Circle, which is fully registered with a certificate under the Ministry of Cooperatives and Trade. So this circle is registered mainly for the Muslim youth of Uganda, but it's open for all the youth.
Okay.
Now, this circle run on an Islamic banking system.
Okay.
We have a software or an app in place which allows you to save your money, to withdraw your money wherever you are.
Okay.
Secondly, you can even request for a free interest loan.
Okay.
So majorly why we came up with this idea of the circle, the main reason was this youth, we have many youth who are educated but unemployed. And we said we cannot employ all of them. We don't have that capacity.
Okay.
But the capacity we have is to let them create their own jobs.
Okay.
So you apply for a loan as a Muslim youth. You go through the right channels.
Online.
Yes, you can get all those services online. You get assessed the way you have been saving with us, and you get the loan. Free interest. The way we give it to you is the way you return it back.
Honorable, we talk about, if I want to go verbatim on what you just said, that you realize that you have literates, most who are literates.
Yes.
So, is it okay for me to say that you're leaving out the illiterates?
No, I'm not leaving out the illiterates. Both the illiterates and literates can start up something. So it was just an example to bring it out that we have many educated youth who are unemployed. Even those who are uneducated, they are also there on the ground, but they are unemployed. Now this solution caters for everyone.
Okay.
You come, you save with us, you get assessed, you get the loan, you go and start your own business. No, if you have your own business, who will ask you the level of education?
Of course, I'm looking at a youth who is deep down in Sironko, who doesn't have a phone, but then he has a mosque where he prays from. How can he access this online circle?
Now, this circle is still centered nationally, but we are planning to have regional circles. One of our plans is to have regional circles. If we have regional circles, it means the youth you're talking about of Sironko who cannot access.
Actually, I'm using a Sironko as a base.
Yes. The youth you're talking about of Karamoja who cannot access online or cannot come to the national headquarters can go to his region. So these regional circles will also zero down to district.
Yes.
So that's where we are looking. But currently, we are still centered at national level, so that we can grow very well. Now we start
the more you grow, the more
so that you can spread the circles. We are eyeing at reaching these circles to the mosque level. But we haven't reached there, but that's where we are looking at. So at each mosque from the 15,000 mosques has its own circle, where they save their own money, they withdraw, they even give out loan within themselves. But we haven't reached there. But right for us, we have started with national, we started with small. As we grow bigger, we spread. The more we grow, the spread.
How do you manage the operational costs?
The operational cost, now, here,
that is a challenge.
Here, remember you pay membership fee, 20,000. That is membership fee. Then we have the annual. You renew. You subscribe, 5,000. So that's how we pay the cost. And again, this Islamic banking system, we share the losses, and as well we share the profits.
True.
If we give you 1 million and you get the profit of 300,000, it means we shall share. You give us 150, you take your 150.
Okay.
So that's where we pay the costs.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how we run the circle.
Okay. You're watching Inside Islam, UBC TV. I'm Rashid with my brother, Honorable Habib Mustafa.
Yes.
The National Chairman, Youth Council, UMSC Youth Council, is taking us through the achievements and challenges a Muslim youth go through, and how better can we come up with solutions.
Yes.
So that we can, in 5 years, three years to come, at least we have a vibrant generation. No, you talked about the coffee planting, and surely in Uganda, when you look at the ratio of the youth and the elders, the youth they don't have land, okay, and elders have land, and the coffee plantation requires someone to be owning at least that land. How are you going to manage that situation?
Now, take you back. We launched the self-sustainable project, where we distributed samples of coffee to coffee seedlings to different districts, and we also distributed sheep and goats
and even cocoa
to northeastern and West Nile region and northern. We distributed cocoa in Busoga region and eastern. Now, this, we understand the problem that youth does not have land.
No, we don't have.
But we have our Muslim land. Each district have Uganda Muslim Supreme Council land. So these projects are not individual projects.
Oh, okay.
These are projects which are meant to benefit the district.
Communal projects.
Yes, these are projects which are meant to benefit the districts and the mosques where these things are planted.
Okay.
So for us, we give you the coffee. You plant on our land.
Okay.
You make sure that it's well. It's well prepared. It's well looked after. Then after, the benefits are yours. It's not ours. We don't want anything from that project. For us, we want to bring this self-sustainable project to your district, so that you don't lack money to facilitate your councils. You don't lack money to pay the kadhi. You don't lack money to facilitate the youth activities and the women activities. So for us, we are giving you where to start from. From the revenues you have, you already have the halal, you already have the hijjah, you already have the zakah revenue.
Now we talk about halal, hijjah, and whatever it is. It's a general.
Those are different,
not exclusive to you.
Yes, these are general revenues, but all coming to the district.
Okay.
Now we have added for you the coffee, the cocoa, the sheep, and the goats. You look after them. After a certain period of time, that's where we'll also collect revenue to add on what you have been getting.
Now, I'm singling out the youth within this project. How do I come in and benefit other youth?
Now, when we distributed these projects to different districts, we hand them to the district leadership.
Okay.
That is the district card.
Okay.
It means what you will get from those projects, you will sit as a council and distribute to each structure,
Okay. Oh.
whereby the youth are also
Part of the
beneficiaries.
structures, yes.
They are part of the structures. We cannot separate only the youth and say that let this only be to the youth, because we don't have land.
Oh, okay.
If at all we had our own land, we would say, now this is for only the youth of Luero, where I'm coming from, or this is for only for the youth of Bombo. You go, plant your own coffee, look after them, then after you will distribute amongst yourself.
Okay.
But this is for the entire district, for the entire county, for the entire mosque, where the women, the youth, the main leadership is also going to benefit from. So it's now your mandate as the youth to help the mainstream to look after those projects. And then after, you will also be helped.
Okay. So that was you talked about the structure, the coffee, the plantation, and the sap. What else?
We talked about the 2 million tree planting.
Yeah.
Now, the 2 million tree planting, this was spearheaded by also the Youth Council. Now, as we are celebrating the Tuli Kuchipia, the 50 years of Uganda Muslim Stream Council, we said now, after the celebrations,
What next?
what next?
Yeah.
So we came up with this idea that for us, we shall plant 2 million trees
Okay.
in at least 5 years.
Oh.
We
Each year you're planting how many?
Now, we have our timeline,
According
and
to
we have distributed them according to timeline. But I will say, for example, we shall say now this year we shall plant in 10 districts. We select those districts, we go, we plant our trees, and we are looking at fruit trees.
Oh.
We want these trees to be planted in all the 15,000 mosques.
Okay.
At least if you go to the mosque, we have mosques with the redundant land. We want to go, we plant mango trees there, we plant jackfruit, we plant cocoa, and other, we have the house avocados and others. So that at a mosque level, also at a certain time, this jackfruit will also serve as a revenue at your mosque. This mango will also serve as a revenue at your mosque. Instead of keeping that land redundant at your mosque, to even attract grabbers to come and grab it off, you plant the tree which can as well protect that land, as well serves as a revenue to your mosque.
But when you talk about land, you're generalizing, but do we still have land?
We have land. Like, for example, where I'm coming from, I have a mosque with 1 acre of land, redundant. Where I'm coming from, Luero Muslim District, has at least 50 acres of land.
Where do we get this analogy that Muslims no longer have land?
It's wrong. We have land. Actually, if you go down on ground, we have a lot of land which is not utilized, but it is taken by...
Occupied.
Yes. People are occupying those lands, but it's usually it's Muslim land. So we want to use the remaining land so that it can benefit the youth themselves, who will be there in the 50 years to come.
Now I'm seeing the infighting coming up, because when it says people are occupying the Muslim land, and here comes a Muslim project, are these people going to surrender this land?
We are not looking at the land which is occupied. We are looking at this land which is redundant, which is still on ground. I told you I have redundant land, 1 acre in my village.
Okay.
And we have a database of land around this country.
True.
So for us, we shall go. We are not going to fight anyone. For us, we are looking at the redundant land, which is in your village. We come, we plant for you jackfruit, we leave and go. You look after it for a certain period of time, you start eating your jackfruit. As Muslims are praying, there is jackfruit here. As Muslims are fasting, they have iftar. It's also a source of income.
Yes.
Am I not good to retire?
Not really. Not really, because a lot to do. Yes, you're still a young man. You cannot retire. African do not retire.
It's just a saying, but not
So you're still watching UBC Inside Islam is a program. I have Honorable Habib Mustafa, the National Chairman, UMSC Youth Council.
And the founder of the Integrated Youth Foundation.
Wow, mashallah. What does that do?
Now, Integrated Youth Foundation is a group of youth.
Who are integrated?
They integrate themselves into that organization. We have influencers in there.
We
have
just briefly.
Yes.
Then you go back to our
we have influencers in there. We have the Integrated Youth Foundation network. It's a network of influencers who come together to network, to online advertisement and others. But we as well construct mosques. We construct schools. We give out bursaries and we do a lot of things as an Integrated Youth Foundation.
Wow.
So we have just gone there.
So my chairman is grounding himself. I can see.
No, I've been in this charity for some 10 years ago, before even coming in office. Yes, we have been giving out iftar to different people. We even helping all the people down there, the ghetto youth. We have been going there. So I've been in charity. Just we have not been formalized.
Honorable, let's go back into leadership.
Yes,
because the structures. When we mention the word structures, it is all about the leadership and systems. So, do you get challenges at the newly, the new youth structures?
Yes, of course. There is no leadership without challenges. So, and if you're not challenged, it means you are either the problem or the people you are leading are the problem. If you're not challenged, you are either the problem or the people you're leading are the problem. So we have challenges, but as well we have good solutions to them. Mostly we have people purporting, calling themselves the legitimate leaders. It's also another challenge. Secondly, we have another challenge is we are still in new office. We still have a challenge of meeting new people. Another challenge, we still have a challenge of grounding ourselves as the Youth Council. And another big problem is marketing ourselves. Because now, since this is a new leadership, people have to get to know that there is a new leadership in place. So we have to reach at least in all the corners of this country to market, to meet the youth, to tell them that, you know what, there is the youth leadership which is taking over, and a lot of other things. So we have challenges, but we also have solutions to them. And secondly, these challenges are giving us more opportunities and chances to learn, because if we have not been getting these challenges, we could not be here. Actually, these challenges are very good, and they are challenging us, and they are teaching us a lot of things. I request my fellow young people not to keep quiet, because always young people are very vigilant and they are very vibrant. When you keep quiet, you sit on your opportunity. When you talk, you will get to know what is happening in different institutions. Secondly, I want also to inform you that I will not leave this. I will not leave here when I have not informed you of the opportunities we have as Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. So far, we have scholarships for the youth who would wish to go and study abroad. We have scholarship for those who would wish to go to Egypt. For those who completed Thanawi, they can come and apply at Uganda Muslim Supreme Council and go and study from abroad.
Honorable, I remember last time when we were here, you talked about the perception. People thinking that Muslim affairs are supposed to be handled by the elders, leaving out the youth. How have you worked on the perception, the inclusivity?
Actually, we want to thank the leadership of His Eminence the Mufti,
Okay.
which thought it wisely that we should have the youth councils in place and the women councils. You know, people had that perception before.
True.
That you know, before reaching 40 years, you cannot lead, even your voices cannot be heard, you need to pass through someone to take your voice, and a lot of things have been happening. But these people sat down and said, no, we need to have the youth on board. So we are now on board, and people are now trying to understand that, you know, even if you're not 40 years, you can do wonders.
Something beneficial.
You can do wonders, you can benefit the community. Because it's not a matter of
It is also
age.
building the self-esteem.
Yes, it's not a matter of age.
True.
Yes. So we thank them. They thought it wisely, and we're here and we are serving our Islam.
Okay.
Youth have been left out for 50 years. As Uganda Supreme Council is celebrating 50 years.
Actually,
This,
48 years.
yes, this is also one of the achievements that the youth have, and women are also in place. Actually, people are realizing that the youth, these structures are doing a lot of things. There are many things which have been there redundant. They are not tapped in. Now we are tapping into a lot of opportunities. We are tapping.
So now you're changing the trend.
Yeah, we are tapping into a lot of things. By the end of 5 years, the people who will come into this office we're holding now, they will be moving smoothly. Because now people have been wondering, now these youth are going to come here, they're going to do kavuyo and run away. No, this is not the caliber of the youth we are.
When you say at the end of the 5 years, others will come and take over, aren't you seeking for another term?
No,
Won't you?
I'm not coming back. Why? When I want even to retire now.
Is it enough?
I want even to retire now.
And doing
Because I've achieved a lot. What I was thinking that I would achieve in 5 years, I've achieved them in 2 years. Why would I not go and leave the space? To actually, this trend, we want to leave that. We want to remove that slogan that Africans don't retire. So this is a young generation which have to start this trend earlier.
That's nice.
And before going into that, this office has age limit. The youth should be between 18 and 30 years. So by the end of 5 years, I will not be 30 years. I will be into the third floor, moving, eyeing at a lot of things. So I will leave also my young people to come and also use the same opportunity so that they can take on.
It is allegedly that you, the male youth, are leaving out the female youth. True or false?
It's not true. It's not true. We are working. We are working with the female youth. Only that, constitutionally, they were a bit restricted. You know, this constitution says that there shall be a male Muslim youth. Restricting the female youth.
Are we saying restricting or silent?
No, restricting. Let us say restricting. Because we had the Women Council and the Youth Council. I think the people who made the constitution thought that the female youth will be catered for in the women, and the youth will be the youth. But now we've changed
And
it.
now they are not into the women, they are not into the...
Now we've changed the trend, and we are now working together with them. We are working closely with the office of the Hajat Shekata Sophia Kenyanji. We are bringing them on board, and we have raised this even to the management and to the National Executive Committee. They are very much aware. They even appreciate it, and inshallah, by the end of this year term, we shall be able to see that we are also bringing them on board. You know, this constitution brought in a lot of things. As I've told you, the Women Council and the Youth Council were not in the constitution before. The newly amended constitution bring out these components of the Youth Council and the Women Council. That's why we have a youth representative from each mosque. We have a total of 15,000 mosques. And also we have a women representative. So maybe they thought that this female youth will use this opportunity and grab the positions from the from the older women to come and take over this position. So they had been left out, but we sat down. The National Executive Committee thought it wisely, and they advised us to bring them on board. At least I can inform you that at least we have a secretary who is a female, and actually on the district level, most of the secretary for youth affairs are women. I want to thank our district cadres from all over the 78 Muslim districts who thought it was wisely to bring the female youth on board. But as we are moving, I've told you that we have the Women Council. The Women Council is also trying hard to bring out the female youth. So this should not even be a discussion here, because as we are bringing them on board,
why do you think it should not be a discussion?
Because as we are bringing them on board, Sophia Kenyanji is also fighting hard so that they can. Actually, if you look at the council of the women, 78% are youth. So as we are trying hard as youth council to bring them on board, the chairperson of the women council is also doing something great to make sure that these youth are taking over this major positions.
Are you benefiting from the mentorships?
Why not? Why not? Actually, we have learned a lot. From the day I stepped at the hill of Uganda Muslims from council, have learned a lot of things.
Can we say the day we not I? Because you said I, and I know you're not working alone.
I stepped there alone, then I met colleagues and we started to work. But I moved from Bombo, I came at the hill, but I met a lot of people. I met the Dr. Isas, I met many professors at the hill, many people. So I've learned a lot. So people are there guiding us. That's why I even told you that by the end of this 5-year term, because I've learned a lot, and I will not think that it will even be. I'm even seeing that I'm stepping on other people's opportunities. They should come and take over. But since it's constitutional, it's 5 times. I will keep on keeping their chair. But for me, I'm already exiting.
2025, when you go into like we are now, 3 days into 2025, the political atmosphere is boiling up now. And of course, Muslims are supposed to share on the national cake. And when talk about the leadership, Muslim youth are supposed to participate fully. As the docket, as the chairman youth, Muslim youth, how are you preparing the youth to go into the politics?
2025 is one of the active years. We are expecting a lot of things to happen. It's a political year.
Actually, they participate in 2 categories. Being part of the leaders to be elected, or be part of the leaders to elect to cast the votes.
Now we have our work plan in place, which will reach out to all our structures, and we shall guide these youth on what they are supposed to do. But I encourage them to use this opportunity. 1, to participate directly in this coming elections. We have the National Youth Council, which is a government institution from village to the national level. So I encourage all the Muslim youth around the country to go and participate directly in these positions.
Be part of the exercise.
Yes, you go, get positions, stand, and Secondly, we have direct positions. We have member of parliament, we have we have LOC 5, we have councillors, we have LOC 2 positions, LOC 3 positions, we have mayorship positions and other positions. You go and stand, because we shall not get to know what is taking place unless we are there. Let us go and take on these responsibilities so that you can benefit yourselves and also benefit your colleagues.
Are we seeing the chairman youth contesting in any?
As I told you, we have our work plan. If the time comes, we shall announce. But currently, we are still serving the interests of the Muslim youth, because it will be unfair to have this big position. You're still serving the interest of the Muslim youth, and again you are going back
still even the other side. You're going to serve the interest of
yes, we shall announce, but right now let us first set the ground. Let us first set the ground. Let us go to the structures. Let us encourage these young people to go and stand. If they stand, the energy and the vibrancy they will use down there, it will force us also to go whatever we wish to
go. At the time, we don't have enough time, but still, youth is actually one of the group that is being sometimes misled by politicians. What could be your word?
Now, this is our responsibilities as the youth leaders, to sit down this youth and to tell them what they are supposed to do. We have politicians who will come and mislead them, we understand, but it's our role as their leaders to guide them, because the major problem is being misguided. You come, you go, throw a stone to this one, abuse this one, to go and remove the other person's poster. You go drive this border like this. So we shall put them down and tell them exactly what they are supposed to do, but encourage the young people not to do what they are telling them to do. Let them listen to their leaders.
What could be a last take to the country at large?
As we are ending this show, we have the National Muslim Youth Inauguration, which is coming, and we shall come back here and inform the people what will happen. It's such a big event, which will also be bigger and bigger and bigger. So lastly, I encourage the youth to go and work. As we are doing other things, make sure that you have what you're getting into your pocket. Make sure that you start anything, whether it's a chapati stall, whether it's a border, whether it's what, you go and work. You will not do anything when you don't have money.
Thank you so much for
hosting me.
Mashallah.
Thank you for hosting me.
Greetings to everyone in Bomba.
And I will be glad to call me again and come and have such a good conversation with you.
Thank you so much. I want to thank Honorable Habib Mustafa for the wonderful discussion. Mashallah, a lot have been achieved, a lot to do. The best we could do is to be part of the process that we can revive the fraternity. I want to thank the production team. I'm Rashid Chiwanuka. Till next time, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
فشر يحاك لكم أمتي يريد الفناء ورب السماء فيا أمتي أنصتوا واسمعوا فجل الأمور بدت في خفاء